a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Well, my guest has been on here before. He's a singer-songwriter. He's in a band, and he's a cool dude. Because I forgot all about our interview today. I have three excuses. You want to hear them?
Let's do this. What do you got?
I'm 75 years old. That's one of them.
Okay.
I had COVID and the flu vaccine yesterday.
That'll do it.
That's two. And the third, I forgot. I don't remember what the third is.
We'll figure it out as we go.
All right. So anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back again, actually.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
I want to show people, I hope I can show this picture because it's so cool of you.
Yeah, that's early morning me.
Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah. So again, I appreciate you, understanding that just a little.
No worries.
So now remind everybody about your band.
Dirty Audio Machine.
And where you're located.
We're in Abbotsford, British Columbia. And over the last couple of weeks, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, Facebook, all the general, live stuff. You can find us anywhere.
Yeah. What style of music do you perform?
Metal. So the kind of the screaming stuff, but a little bit of both, right? So it's got some balance, but it's heavy.
Okay. And do you perform your own material?
Yes.
Have you ever performed somebody else's music or songs?
Funny you mentioned that. Yeah, I was Malcolm Young in a AC/DC tribute band for like 7 years.
Yeah.
That was fun because you got guaranteed people who come to the show. It's AC/DC. It's fun to play. Right. And I got I loved doing it. I just kind of got bored and I wanted to do my original stuff again. It was a good little pause in my life to try something different.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what's been happening since the last time you were on the show?
Ooh, lots of stuff. Let's start with the second EP came out.
Okay.
We filmed our second video, which is out in about a week or two. The first video is already up, and it's been doing really well on YouTube.
Okay.
I hooked up with a company called Asher Media, which represents heavy metal across the gamut. And so we are now global. So we're
nice.
We're in all magazines from Europe to Italy to South America. I did an interview last week from Italy. 2 days ago, did one from Mexico. So it's doing really well. It was well worth the effort to do that.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have any tours coming up?
We just finished our last show in the 28th in Penticton through the Absolute Underground, and it was through Enigmatic. So it was the last festival we did. So now we're just kind of on a hiatus. We're just going to relax and start recording the next EP to be released in January.
Very good. Yeah. So how many people are in the band?
There's 4 of us. There's actually 3, and then we have a hired gun. So Marshall still sings. Okay. And we've got Corey Gilmore on bass, myself on guitar, and from time to time we hire a drummer named Ricardo Vienna, who's also drums in a band called the Beer Union.
Okay. So, one of the things I know that was speaking with other musicians, there's a lot of, because of Zoom, there's a lot of collaboration with musicians that are not local.
Oh, 100%. I've done a lot of recordings through Skype and through Zoom with musicians all over Europe, China, Japan, Australia. Great form of media and makes the world smaller.
Yeah, for sure. It's very exciting, I find, anyway, right?
Very much so.
That you can
100%.
Yeah. And like, even for me, like I can, I've interviewed this guy, he'll be back on the show again soon, who's in New Zealand. It's like, yeah, I love stuff like that. It's just so.
Right. Yeah, it makes it easier. And any time of the day, if you plan it right, that's really cool.
Yeah. Do you ever come to Chilliwack to perform?
We were supposed to do a show in a couple of weeks, but it got postponed. But there's that one venue, I can't remember the name of it. That's we're gonna plan something for next year, 100%.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm 20 minutes away.
Yeah, yeah. I think because I was just thinking about it would be so nice that when if you came to Chilliwack and did that, that we could meet up and do a live, in person
Oh, totally.
interview with the other members of the band. That would be pretty cool, right?
100%. We can do that.
So now, so when you put out a record or a CD, how many songs do you have on yours?
So over the past, say, let's go 6 years, there's been something that I've been talking about with a lot of musicians and a lot of larger artists, that the mind step of a person, you got a 30-second threshold of entertainment, right? It's all we can tolerate. After that, we get bored.
Right.
So a lot of these bands that record 10 songs, 12 songs on a huge album, by the time you get to the fifth, sixth song, you're kind of getting lost in translation with your music that you're doing. So I talked about this for a while, and all of a sudden, bands like Anthrax, Down, and a lot of metal bands in the States are like, we're going to do EPs every 6-7 months. That way we give a couple songs, and then we just keep recording. And then your brain kind of accepts the material a bit more.
Right.
You don't lose songs that way. So usually we record 4 or 5 songs, an EP every 6 months.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Now, who writes the songs? Is it mostly you?
So I'll come up with the guitar parts and everything else, put everything together. I'll throw some drums on it, and then I'll hand it up to the guys and go, what do you think? And then they go, yeah, I like that one. Or what the hell are you doing? So yeah, it's usually hit and miss, but usually it's been pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think that's very exciting. So does a band stay, like, because I know again from interviewing other musicians, the people seem to come and go quite often with bands. How long have you guys been together?
So Marshall and I for a year. So that's been pretty solid. And then Corey came in January, February of this year.
Right.
And then we've been having issues with drummers because drummers are hard to find. And most drummers are in like 6-7 bands. So the commitment I find over the last 10 years has changed. It's they come, they go, they quit, it's the nature of the game, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I read somebody's story. I haven't interviewed him yet, and he's, another musician who's talked about all the comings and goings with bands he's been with or he started, whatever. And it's like, whoa, you can't keep up.
It's tough. It really is. I really congratulate the bands that are together 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It takes commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
I find a lot of that lacking in the last 10 years of commitment, right? So,
it just, you got to wonder though, why is it some bands have the longevity, like the Stones, for instance?
Yeah.
But look what
different mentality back then, right? Yeah. It was more of a brotherhood. You don't have today where you've got your wife and your girlfriend and your kids or whatever starting out, but the commitment of starting out raw and going from there is what makes a difference. And back then there was more of a handshake and more of a brotherhood than it is nowadays.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's tough for a lot of us.
Yeah. Have you ever had any females in your band?
I have. Yes, I have over the years. Well, Bonnie Scott was the AC/DC tribute. And in my original bands over the years, I've had female singers, I've had female bass players, great musicianship.
So again, because some people are only watching, my show for the first time, I don't know where they've been. When did you start performing?
14. So
okay.
I started playing when I was like 10, 11 years old. My grandma was a flamenco guitar player, so I watched her. So yeah, 14 is when I actually got onto a stage first time, and then from there it took off.
And you play the guitar?
Yes.
Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Yeah?
You have to be nowadays. So I've learned to play drums. I was a drummer for many years, play bass, enough to get my songs across and do pre-production and stuff like that. But yeah, it tends to help learning a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
you'll connect better with a drummer. You'll connect better with the bassist by learning how to play their stuff.
I must say I love drums. I love listening to them.
Yeah, it's good for stress.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah.
Very good for stress and cardio.
I should get some. Oh my God, no. People in my building. Yeah. Listen, I'm in a 55 plus building, it's like, oh, these
perfect. Live a little. Go for it.
Yeah, but you don't understand with these old folks.
Oh, no, I live in an old folk area, so it's all good. Just got to smile and wave,
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Take the hearing aids out.
And I could lie. It wasn't me.
My grandson, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah. Um, okay, so tell me about some of the names of your songs and what are
Oh,
they're about.
okay. Um, a lot of them comes from Marshall, so from in deep life experiences. So like Damage Done, same thing, life experiences.
Mhm.
Nothing Left to Burn is one of those songs that same thing. You kind of go through life and what else you're gonna screw up or how you're gonna get screwed up. Um, it's just there's so much involved in them. King of Disappointment, another
Yeah,
song that's just going through life and having those friends that say, "Yeah, I'm there for you," and they're not. So
yeah,
a
unfortunately.
lot of life stuff. Yeah.
Right, for sure. Now you mentioned your grandmother played the flamenco guitar, right?
Yeah.
What about
Yes.
your parents? Were they musical?
My dad could sing. He had an operatic voice. He could sing. My mom, not so much. No, she would make chickens run away or something. But yeah, not so much musicianship, but just my dad and then just my grandmother. There was always music playing in the house, always.
Do you have siblings? And if so, do they perform?
No, and no.
You're the only child?
I'm the only child. That was that was traumatic as it was.
I wonder what that would be like. I'm one of 12.
Oh, God bless you. A lot more less finger pointing.
I guess so, right?
You're the only one in the room. You're the only one getting.
Darn, right? You
Yeah.
get it all. Okay, so you were going to send me to make a promo. What happened with that? Or did you do it?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I guess I got carried away with some other stuff. But yeah, not a problem. We'll figure something out. I'll get something made up and then I'll get a poster put up with it. But yeah, I mean, social media is key, right? You got to have the good promotions and the good word of mouth and get it out there. It's just
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think it's, I love social media, you can put like somebody gave me a hard time yesterday about because I chose to get a vaccine and they were giving me a hard time and I
I
got
saw that.
block them. But somebody said, oh, you should make your Facebook page private. But that's where I get most of my interviews from,
Yeah,
So I can't
that's it.
do that. But again, that's why I love it because I get to connect with so many people. It's really
What
cool.
what you do is awesome. I
Thank you.
wish there was more of it. We
Thank
need
you.
more of that, right?
Well, it's just, it was so much fun. I was telling my sister was here earlier. That's another reason why. That was my third reason. My
There
sister,
you go. There, we found it. Number 3.
I was telling her I had somebody come here to do an interview, a musician in a band, Dwayne Watson.
Oh,
And
Dwayne. I know Dwayne. Yes, super nice guy.
okay, it was so great because you just make these connections. Like sometimes connections are online like this.
Yeah.
You feel it. It's to me like it's pure magic, Like my friend in New Zealand, he's like my friend. We've never
Yeah.
met in person. It's only been on Zoom. And this is why I love doing what I do, because I get to meet so many fantastically talented individuals like yourself, which is really nice.
Ah, pleasure.
Now, what I got to ask you, because I find that's a lot of the cases, do you have other talents other than musical talent?
I'm good at fixing stuff.
Oh, okay. Not everybody is.
So let's go back. I'm a machinist millwright. So when I started getting into music and things were really good and everything else, my father at the time had mentioned that the internet, this internet is going to kill the industry. And this was back in the mid 80s when it started coming out.
Mm.
And my dad had a bad feeling. He says, something's going to change and you're going to lose a lot of money. So I said, if I were you, I'd get a career, get something that's solid behind you. So while I was in, touring and I started working again, I took a career and I got my red seal. You need it nowadays, right? I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're really good at what you do and you've managed to get solid and start touring, putting out albums, then yeah, you're good. But the days of that is gone.
Yeah.
Social media and the internet has drained the money from musicians. So I'm a machinist millwright. So I fix stuff all day. I've got good job. I got good pay, which is great. Support my family and still do this on the side.
Right.
And then with my YouTube channel, that's now paid. So that's as well. Got to work at it.
Very good. Yeah. Well,
So,
yeah, absolutely. Right. You got to work at everything. Unfortunately, for most of us,
yeah.
unless you come from money. I don't know.
Yeah. Nope. Screwed up somewhere.
Yeah. What happened? I could have born into a family of less people, not so short, and with money, but didn't happen.
There
So
you go.
So you get what you get, right?
Yep. You got to hustle nowadays, right? Nothing comes for free.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point, of course, I don't worry about it because I'm on my pension. So, I don't get paid for what I do with this, a lot of people say, oh, I can make you get more views on YouTube, but you have to pay. Well, no, I'm not paying you because I don't have money to pay you. So we'll just keep going this way. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Absolutely. Yeah. I got some fun things coming up. So that's really good.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of what else I was going to ask you. Everything went out of my brain this morning or yesterday. I'm not sure.
Oh, you might have frozen there.
Oh, you might have frozen.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, good.
Go, get back.
So did we cover everything? Do you think we covered everything that you
I got an album, like I said, we got the EP coming out. We'll start recording in probably a week or two. And then I got my 50th coming up in January, so I'm going to Vegas. So
You're going to Vegas?
I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, very nice. I've never been, so that should be fun. Yeah.
You should come.
Yeah, you want to take me?
I've put a huge invite for everybody who wants to come. It's super cheap. It's not expensive.
Well, I'm saving. Here's the deal. I'm saving to go to Thailand next year because
Nice.
my son lives in China and I've been to China a number of times, but we're going to meet in Thailand. That's the plan.
Yeah,
so,
that'll be cool. You'll enjoy Thailand. China's beautiful too.
That's what he said. He really likes it there, and everybody else I talked to. And one of my neighbors actually is from Thailand. So, and I'm thinking, what are you doing here? You have such nice weather. But anyway, it's about work, right? It's about work. Exactly. Okay. Well, thank you, Steve. Thank you very much for putting up with
Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime, for sure, anytime. So the artist is just remind you to listen to Steve Ricardo, and he's on YouTube, so check him out. He's on Facebook. You can check him out there too. I'm sure he's on like Instagram and all those other places.
Everything,
yeah. So thanks everybody. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you continue to do so. Take care and peace out, folks.
Cheers.
It didn't go off. Oh my gosh, it's not going off. Oh, there was.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see.